Hi, how's everybody doing today? I know Coin Ops is on, and there's people over there watching, so yeah, I'm gonna be running over him a little bit. Don't mean to, but we got done a little early and done an hour earlier today than we were yesterday. Got five more done. Five more done. Five more in the butchering room, ready to go. That's what the thumbnail picture is. Deer on the tables, ready to be processed. So we got 10 done. Five more to go on the table for tomorrow. I got one more hanging, which is my nephew's, and he has to call me to come over and do it. He wants to do his own. So, okay, no problem. We'll do that for you, buddy. We'll wait. That's what I hate, being taken advantage of. My hospitality, my equipment, my thing, and they can't get over here when we're doing this. So, anyway, that's the way that goes. I got hides I got to sell tomorrow. So I got, I don't know, 17 hides, 18 hides to take over there tomorrow and sell. Grunwald Fur and Wool does a route around Midwest United States, buying fur and deer hides. And so I've been going to Gary Grunwald for years now, so I will take hides over again tomorrow. I didn't know it was going to be that quick, but he I looked at his route on the internet, and man, tomorrow already. So, all right, we're gonna have to get that going on. I got some creosote on my knuckles. I just put wood in the stove, cleaned a little creosote by the door, and got some on my fingers. This, let me see, where am I looking? This is on this hand right here. More creosote I got to get off. Yeah, and I've already kind of semi-washed my hands out in the shop when we were done butchering deer. So no blood today, but now I got creosote. Ah, man. Happens once every deer season. I got to slice my thumb. I got my finger too a little bit today. Not a biggie, just a little slice from cleaning meat. So, damn it. I got a P365 in my side. I can't show it to you, but I'm going to take it off. Come on, get out of there. Ah, there we go. Are we coming? Oh, Lord. Sometimes these holsters just don't want to come off of the belt. What the hell is wrong? Ah, take the gun out. I swear to God. Some of these holsters, they got the clip here, but the little port that holds onto your belt is right there on the inside. And they're a pain in the ass to get off sometimes. Put it back in the holster. All right, we'll leave that over there out of the way. And maybe you'll see it in the video when we open up this box. Hey, sheep, what's up, buddy? Yeah, we got five more deer done today. I'm gonna have to cut that skin off there. Otherwise, it's gonna catch on stuff tomorrow. It happens. once every deer season, I got to slice my thumb. Not a big deal. I've come to expect it. We got one package to open today. I've been expecting this one for a little while. Man, hair is fucked up again. Jeez. I'll be glad this spring when I can cut that and get it donated. I got one package, one, from M4D. And I know what it is, but we're going to open it up together, and then that way you're going to be surprised too. It, something I bought, 3-4 weeks ago? 3 weeks ago. And in that time, the price of this metal has gone up also, but not as exponentially as silver has. Silver, I didn't even look today. I haven't even looked today. But I know it's well over 60. It's got to be in the 61, close to 62 range. So, yesterday on Durbin's, and a lot of people don't realize this, but his silver bells, his 90% silver bells, 2 and 3 coin bells with 925 handles, or the one I bought yesterday, or the one that I got yesterday I showed, was a 999 handle and 90% coins, 2. And then the one I bought last night, I think are 290% and a 925 handle, 63.50. Oh, isn't that terrible? But then I bought a stash box too, and that's made out of 3 coins, 90%. And I paid $150 for it. So that's 3, I think it's 3 Benjis. So it's $1.50. That's an ounce of silver plus. And I paid for the artistry. But I'm hiding silver in obvious places. Bells, stash boxes, that kind of stuff. Whatever. Anyway, I spent a good chunk of change yesterday. I bought some Benjis that were reasonable. $21, $22, $23. I think I might have bought one proof United States coin, not sure. I think it was mostly Benjis, a bell, and a stash box, I think. But I don't think I bought any Canadian yesterday. I don't think I bought any Canadian. Well, let's look and see what's in this box. And then we'll discuss some things. Yay, this box. We'll have a Angry Warrior tackle box package opening tool, which should have got sharpened this morning. I don't know if it did or not. Well, I guess we're going to see, aren't we? I know it opens like that. I don't know if it goes down like this. I think it does, but I think it goes down like this also, but I think it does. Goes down just like that, but not real sure. And then across this way, I believe it goes across this way. Yeah, I think so. Can't tell with all the tape on there, but M4D does a good job when he packages. So let's see what we got here. Yeah, well, that box is fucked, I guess. I don't know. There. Packaging. We got packaging. A big box and a lot of packaging for what's in here. I can tell you that. And we'll get rid of that. Take a look. Take a look. There it is. You can already guess what it is. Come on, you. Open up. There you go. Another one. See, another bag. Good Lord. The amount of bags that we go through. Oh, there's one. There's two. There's three. There's four. And a little gift, he said. Because I'm such a wonderful person. Yeah, right. I think we'll save that. Yeah, we're going to save that. That's toward too. All right. In the trash you go. So, what do we got here? We have a limited edition Year of the Rabbit, 2023, gram of gold. Nice TEP, Arger Haraeus. Then we got this one, is the one that I wanted right here. That Canada gram, maple gram on this TEP. Oop, shit. Come here, you little bugger. On that TEP. It's from Nui, but it's got the maple leaf on. Celebrating Canada. So that goes in my Canadian collection there. That one probably won't get sold. Then we got another one of these. Geiger's. I think I got another one or two of those. And I know I got another one or two of these. Probably upside down, I'm thinking. Let me check. All right, come on, you. There it is. It's another Arger Haraeus, but it's in this kind of like guitar pick shape thing. Another gram. So we got 4 grams of gold there. Which I think I bought them reasonable. Oh, shit. Another gram of gold in here. That one's Royal Mint. I think maybe that Canada was the little surprise he was talking about. Huh, I'll be damned. And that one's in a little sleeve and everything. That's weird. See, there's a Royal Mint right on it. I've never seen them come in a sleeve like that. Not a grammer. Anyway, I think this one is the little gift he was talking about. Right here. That's very nice. Very nice indeed. Very nice indeed. Thank you very much, Mike, for democracy. That's cool. Because I was pretty sure I was getting 4 grams. Nice, huh? That's some nice shit. Oh, I don't know, Sheet. I'll buy a little right now. I'll buy a little. On the way up, on the way down. You know what I say. Make money on the way up, make money on the way down. It's dollar cost average. So, yes, I bought at 12, all the way up into the 30s, and I thought, man, we were done there. And then into the 40s, I didn't buy a whole lot. And then in the 50s, I started buying again. And now in the 60s, I bought very little, but I'll continue for maybe just a little bit, and then we'll see. I did buy some 90% because 90% seems to be the cheap stuff right now. What did I buy? I bought $5, $5 face of dimes from oh shoot, Cash Money. I got $5 worth of dimes from him. And MLZB had some Reckless that was right at spot. And I thought about buying that. Maybe I should have, then I wouldn't have as much money to spend on Durbin. But with what I get from Durbin, you know, the bells in the stash boxes, because I've got several bells, several bells, like 10, 12, 3, 4 out there, plus what's here. And I have 2 copper bells. I think 2 copper stash boxes. I have to look for a second. I mean, they are right here. Yeah, 2 copper bells and 2 copper stash boxes. 1 clad stash box and 3 90s. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 16. So I got 16 bells here. 2 of them are angel bells. And most of them are 2 coin, but I have 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 3 coin bells. And they're either all 90 or 3/9 fine. Because that last one I got with a pickaxe on top was a 2 coin, and that was 3/9 fine. Because 2 prospectors and the handle. Everything was 3/9 fine. And this one I bought last night is 2 Benjis, so there's 90%, and a 925 handle. And he couldn't get a bid on a stash box, and the stash box was, no, the stash box was Benjis. 3 Benjis in the stash box. I forget what the bell was now. Yeah, I forgot what the bell was now. Maybe that was 999s. I don't know. Usually it's 90%. I do have 1 stash box of 40%. Ike's. I don't know. But yeah, you know, artwork, sculptures, jewelry. Jewelry, you know, thieves like to go for jewelry boxes, so I don't have a lot of jewelry, but I got 2 chains. One's a 925 sterling, and one is 3/9 fine gold. I have 1 gold and 1 silver necklace, 1 of each. And I have 1 gold ring, which is my wedding band, and I don't wear that anymore. And I have no rings. I don't wear rings. I've seen too many people, and I've had my finger broken punching someone with a ring on, and had to have it cut off. And that was one that my wife gave me. That's got a moonstone in it. And so I've seen other guys at work with their fingers actually ripped off. One guy, I'll show you on this finger because it's nice and arched and doesn't want to straighten out. I mean, ripped off right up to this knuckle, to the middle knuckle on his hand. And that was just from jumping off the engine deck of a Huey helicopter and his hand caught. So, yeah, no rings. I don't wear rings while I'm working at all. So, all right, so we got 5 grams of gold. What's gold? I mean, gold's at $140 a gram, I believe. Let me see what. Let's take a look. We're going to call gold 4,200. See, 4,200 divided by 31.1, 135 a gram. And I bought 4 times 4 equal 540. And I paid 530, 535 a gram, or 535. So 134, 133 a gram I paid. And then Mike goes and slips another gram in there. So let's do that. 4,200 divided by 31.1 equal 135 times 5. That's $675. I know what I paid him. So that was an awful nice gift. Awful, awful nice. Thank you, Bank for Democracy. I appreciate that very much. And especially being that maple leaf. That's nice, man. That's nice. I went out and put wood in the furnace just now. And the wood that I had put in there last night was half burned down. So I put a little bit more in there. But, man, the creosote buildup is... I have to put some more creosote destroyer in there because that creosote's getting thick, man. I think I'm going to have to clean my flue. I'm going to have to run a brush up and down through either that or leave the door open and get a good chimney fire going. That cottonwood that I put away this spring, still a little wet. It shouldn't be. Been laying there for a few years, but maybe that soaked up water out of the ground. I don't know. But anyway, that's what we got. Anything else you would like to talk about today? I got one thing, I guess. I get real tired of people that take advantage of your hospitality. You let them come and hunt and stay over in an extra bedroom or whatever, and they just bring more stuff than I took out to Colorado hunting elk. I mean, they got more shit than 4 people should have. And I have one chair out in my mudroom that I sit in, put my boots in, lay my coat on. And when they were here, I found a big backpack sitting in my chair, gun across the back of it. But what people just take advantage, and they give no thought to it. There's no thought process. They could see that's where I sat and put my shoes on, took my shoes off every day for the last how many years. Granted, they don't live here, so they don't know that. But you could guess that when I go out and put my boots on and I sat there in front of you, putting my shoes on, and I'm sitting in that chair. or when I come in and take my boots off, and you watch me do that, and I'm sitting in my chair. I guess I'm getting old and crotchety, maybe. But I find that particular person has done that his entire life. And it's just, to me, that's a common courtesy. But because he's of a different generation, there's no thought to common courtesy. So what do you do? I don't know. I get a little annoyed. No, I get a lot annoyed at people that do that. But anyway, that's the way it is. And there ain't nothing I can do about it. So I guess it probably um, doesn't help to get annoyed or pissed off or whatever, because they just, it's not going to make any difference. And like he said, I'll call you toward the end of the week and see what you're doing with deer butcher. And I said, I told him when he left, when are you guys going to butcher deer? I said, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We usually start taking down, doing 5 a day or so. He said, well, I'll call you toward the end of the week so I can do mine. Okay. I would like to have you do yours when we're doing ours at the same time. Would make sense instead of having everything done, cleaned up, and then you come and do another deer, and I got to clean up more shit. So it's stuff like that that kind of pisses me off. But I don't know, Sheet. I wouldn't. I would still be buying a little deals that you can get. There are plenty of online dealers that are selling 90% at spot, or below. You can find some below spot yet. So I think I would be hitting on those. I've been trying to buy silver at spot. If I get it below, fine. I don't think I'm going to get it below spot anymore. But up until a couple of weeks ago, I could get silver below spot. Then this week it was spot, and I think next week it'll be all at spot or higher. So don't know. I think the way this is going, that if you don't own it by now, you're going to spend a lot of money buying it if you want it, if you can get it at all. If you can get it at all. And I'm talking silver here. If you don't have it by now, I don't think you're going to get it. I really don't. Well, I got some more skin hanging off there. I don't know. What do you think about that? I don't think the way this is going, you're either going to spend a lot of money getting some if you want it. If you want it. I mean, if you can get it. Because I don't think it's going to be too long and you won't be able to get it. If so, let's just say silver runs up to $80 here in the next month. Are you going to be able to purchase silver? Might be able to. Might be able to. Are you going to want to at $80 an ounce? Well, there will be some people that buy it because they don't want to miss out. There will be some people buying it at that price if they can get it. People like us who've already got it, you're sitting pretty. You can sell at any time if you wish. I said I would sell 200 ounces when I could net $60. That means I want $60 an ounce in my hand. And the earliest stuff, I don't know. I think I might want to wait till 70, 72 because I want to net 60. That means I got a purchase price in there too. So add that $12 to that 60, and that's 72. So I might want to do that. I think I might want to do that. All right, Tarragonsu, how are you, buddy? We don't have too many people in chat, just one. But no, we had one package open, just one. And I'll show you what we got here in a little bit. But I was just talking about people, not the Xers, not the X generation, Generation X, but the generation after that, the millennials, um, or whatever they're called. A lot of them haven't been taught common courtesy, good manners, and people that take advantage of hospitality. And they don't think about it at all. They just, there's no thinking about common sense and good manners. There's just none. Oh, yesterday was a package I got from Durbin's. I got my minor bell in there, and that's already out in the safe. And I got some penny rolls. I think I got 3 penny rolls and a Canadian quarter. And I got a Wright Brothers Memorial commemorative coin, approved commemorative coin. That shows a Wright Brothers Memorial on one side, and it shows the what was the airplane? The first airplane they flew at Kitty Hawk. I forget the name of the airplane, but it shows them flying that on the other side. And that was a proof coin, so I'll buy proofs if they're commemorative coins and throw them in the safe. I think that was it. I think that's all I had. So it wasn't a big package. And this one today is not a big package, but it's worth more. It's worth more. No, we're just. Oh, I was filling you in on the deer season too. We did 5 deer yesterday, 5 deer today. It's butchered and paled. I mean, we got to grind it yet and cut the loins and or not the loin, but the back strap and the hams, whatever we're going to do with them. People have to decide what they want done with it. Do you want some roast? Do you want steaks? Do you want it for jerky? Then we'll just weigh it out and that's what you got. Cut it up and do what you want with it right now and do your packaging or whatever. But the burger will grind up, we'll weigh out, divide that up. And that'll be this weekend, probably Saturday, do that. I think I can probably be cleaning up the butchered room by Sunday and have my gold panning stuff set back up by Monday. I'm hoping. Holy moly. Are they still having that postal strike up there? Must be. Huh? They still haven't got that all figured out yet, huh? Man. I would be starting to get concerned about packages from Black Friday sales. I would start to become concerned. I haven't had a delay here yet. Not even with the holidays approaching. Getting packages in from Amazon. I have some packages coming from a pet store. I have packages coming from Amazon, and I got packages coming from Durban. And I just ordered four. I called him and ordered four of his little biker bells, they're called. He makes them out of 40% like Kennedy's. And you can put them on a bike or you can put them on a dog collar or whatever. So I got one for each of my daughter's dogs, my youngest and my middle. And then my oldest daughter has two cats in the house. So I ordered two for her cats. And she can put them on if she wants or not. A rotating strike. What the hell does that mean? Rotating. They're down to a minimum workforce, and so they rotate that minimum workforce. So some people are protesting, some people are working, and then they flip flop. That makes no sense whatsoever. Do they have a postal union up there like we have here? Oh, geez. So some parts of the country get screwed while other parts of the country are getting mail. Yeah. I'll bet that doesn't make some of the provinces a little more pissed off than they already were. I got a couple little cuts today. It's not deer season if I don't cut my thumb. It's not deer season if I don't cut my thumb. And you notice I got myself once there. And right on the tip, right there. It's not a big deal. They're just little cuts. You know, they may bleed, they may not. But they're a pain in the butt. You take electrical tape, wrap it up, make sure they're wrapped up so you're not bleeding on the meat. But yes, they are unionized, so they can't get this figured out. I mean, what are they demanding that's taken so long from the government? It can't be that much. And if their pay is being docked because they're not working full time, at some point the workers are going to say to the union, you know what? We can't live like this. We got to go back to work, man. See, that's what happened here. The unions were, and not postal, but some other businesses. The unions were saying, "Hey, we want this, this, and this for our workers," and the government or whoever was, or the business was saying, "We can't afford to give you that. We'll give you this and this, but we can't give you that and that." Nope, that's not good enough. And they were taking a hard line. The union was taking a hard line, even though the businesses wanted to negotiate. Union wouldn't. And finally, the workers just said, "Hey, we can't live like this. We're going to accept the contract." Well, there's always a compromise in there somewhere. There's always a compromise in there somewhere. 2-day delivery wouldn't be a bad idea. You get your mail every second day. That wouldn't be a bad idea. Cutting door-to-door delivery would be a pain in the ass for rural folks. But as far as city folks, now think about this. If they quit door-to-door delivery in the city and people would have to go to the post office to get their mail, how far do they live? Because some of these cities are huge. How far do they live from the post office? They have to travel 10 miles one way to get to a post office and 10 miles back. So that's putting all the cost on the consumer then and not on the government. Okay. Well, if the people want their door-to-door delivery, then they're going to have to pay a little more for that, I guess. So there's two ways of looking at that stuff. Now, if the post offices are too far away, they're going to lease another building or buy a piece of land and build another post office so that they will be closer to the people that they have to deliver to. I don't think they want to do that. So it's either going to be increased cost or put the burden on the person getting the mail to drive that distance to and from. Either way, the consumer is going to pay. It's just that simple. Either way, the consumer is going to pay. You want to pay for convenience, or do you want to pay in gas and time? One or the other. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Rural, why not cut in city delivery to 2 days, or even rural to 2 days? Make city people go to post office, have a post office box, get their mail there, and still deliver to the rural people. Because the rural people, you live 25, 30 miles, 40 miles away from a post office, you can't be running in every day, every 2 days, every 3 days to get your mail, especially if you get a lot of mail. You'd have to rent a post office box this big. Unless they kept bins in the back for every address. Well, one thing is for certain, whatever they decide is going to be a cost to the end user, to the customer, an increase in cost one way or another, or it's going to be an inconvenience for the customer one way or another. Heaven forbid that we inconvenience the postal workers. Heaven forbid. So there's going to have to be have to give on both sides of that issue. I think there's going to have to be some give on both sides, but I think they need to think a little bit more outside the box. I can see going to post office only for people in the city and delivery for people rural. And then I can see mail delivery every 2 days. And I think that would make everybody happy. I would hope it would. But I can also see a billionaire someplace saying, you know what, I can do this better and cheaper, and starting a competing mail delivery service. I can see that. Something that's guaranteed because you're a citizen. You're guaranteed mail delivery. Okay. but you're not guaranteed how often or where it's delivered. One thing. And how come the post office is bleeding money? $6 billion losses? Why? Why? What can be cut or streamlined to cut those losses? The service is publicly funded, but what is the public funding? Not just funding the mail delivery. You've got vehicles, you've got people, you're paying them wages, and you got government health care, so they get the same health care as a regular citizen gets. And how about their retirement plan? Is that just a little bit too excessive? Maybe. There's got to be a reason for bleeding that much money. Okay. All right. So you're talking about delivering way the hell out there as opposed to delivering to somebody in town, same cost? Well, no, it's not the same cost because you got more time and you got more maintenance and you got more gas and you got wear and tear on vehicles and all that stuff. So it's not the same. So there's more of a cost there as there is opposed to here. So if you up the price for everyone, yeah, then you're funding that, which people have to realize that's going to happen. That's got to happen. Not everyone can live in the city. Not everyone wants to live in the city. And the people in the city are going to have to realize that. Their prices are going to have to go up to fund that because do you want your beef? Do you want your pork? You want your chicken, poultry, turkey? You want your corn, your wheat, your soybeans, your sorghum? Do you want that stuff? The petroleum? Do you want the mines? Do you want that income? Because if you don't want that income, you won't have a postal service, period. Well, I can see two ways that's going to go too. They charge the same either way. Everybody's going to have to prices are going to go up, or people in the country are going to start paying a little bit more for their convenience. Yeah, I can see both sides of that. Yeah, and you see, if you look at the cost of delivering packages by UPS or FedEx, as opposed to the post office, why does UPS or FedEx cost more than the post office? Simply because it costs more to deliver. And then they complain about that. They're going to have to, they have to see that the prices are going to have to come up. That's just the way it's got to be. Otherwise, you're going to lose. Either prices have to rise, or you're going to lose your convenience. That's just the way it is. And I think people don't understand that, or don't want to see it. They don't want to see it, but that's a reality that they're living in. I don't understand some people. I really don't. I don't think people have a real good grasp of inflation. I really don't think they do. No, they're not there to make a profit, but they're there to break even. And $6 billion in losses is not breaking even. So they're going to have to bring the prices up just to break even, not even to make a profit. It's either that or they have to cut convenience. You know what I mean? I can see delivery every 2 days or three, maybe out in the country. Way out, I can see that being every 2 or 3 days or even once a week. I can see that. But uh, when people have bills that come due, like say you get a bill on Monday, it's supposed to be paid by Saturday, getting your mail every week ain't going to cut it. So, and everybody is not on the internet. Not everybody can pay by this piece of machinery. I don't even pay everything by this piece of machinery. Business owners have to realize that that is part of doing business. So if they have to raise their costs to make that up, then that's what they got to do. And if their customers complain too much, where are they going to go? Because all businesses are going to have to do that. So they can't go somewhere else. People just have to realize that the cost of everything is getting more and more and more expensive. And that means the cost of delivering their mail also, whether it's by Canada Post or whether it's by uh, a private carrier, makes no difference. That's all part of doing business. And even residential customers have to realize that, yes, the Postal Service is not a business to make a profit per se, but they still have to break even. So, in order for that to happen, there's a couple things that have to happen one way or the other. The cost of everything has to go up, or they have to cut. They have to cut services and convenience somehow. One of two things has to happen. And if you have losses, say your postal system's worth is publicly funded, so that's money is coming from the taxpayer, right? Yeah, and businesses and everybody who pays taxes is paying for that service. How do you lose money? Where is that money being lost at? It's in services, it's in the convenience, it's in the vehicles and the fuel and the extra time it takes for a person to go out there and go back. You're paying their wages, you're paying their retirement. It's government health care, so that's taxpayer funded too. So everybody looks at government like it's its own entity. It's not. The government is taxpayer funded. The government makes no money. It doesn't provide anything in the way of a good. It provides a service, but it can only provide a service if the taxpayer is paying in. So let's just say, okay, I don't want government health care. I don't want government mail. I'll pay for it myself. Can you imagine how much they'd bitch then if they had to pay for that out of their pocket? Every day, every week, every month, every year. Correct. I don't understand, man. It's like I say, one of two things has to happen. Either prices got to go up across the board, or you're going to have to cut services and convenience. One or the other. And maybe a combination of both. That's all I can see happening. I don't see anything else. I don't see another solution. Unless you just say, hey, I'm going to save my tax money. I'm not going to provide any tax money to the government. I'll take care of myself. I'll pay for my own mail delivery. I'll pay for my own health care. I'll pay for everything I want out of my pocket. I don't think most people would go for that. And then let's just say we got the three prairie provinces and maybe the Pacific province over there, the Western province. Those four provinces all secede from Canada. They formed their own little country called Give a Fuck 'em. Okay, well, Give a Fuck 'em is no longer going to get their mail through the Canadian government because they're no longer paying taxes. That country, Give a Fuck 'em, is going to have to set up its own mail delivery system and healthcare system and whatever. I can see people going, okay, well, I'll pay for my own healthcare, but I want my mail. I want it every day. So Give a Fuck 'em's going to have to set up their own mail system. Now, they may buy the facilities, they may buy the land, may buy the vehicles, and they may go ahead, form their own system, and employ those out of work postal employees and renegotiate a new contract with them. I can see that happening, but all that stuff will have to happen if they decide to do that. Then, if, let's say, the three provinces in the middle, east of the fucking Rockies, wanted to secede, and the Western province didn't, wanted to stay part of Canada, which would be Ontario over to the east. How would they get their mail? It'd have to be flown, or it'd have to go by train, because you're not driving that far. I don't think train would be able to keep up with the mail delivery service. I think it would have to be flown. And that would just add to the cost. And without the income from those three prairie provinces, where most of the income comes from anyway, I think Canada would not have a mail system or it'd be very limited. So there's that. Yeah, I think that's going to be the decider too. It's going to have to be a little of both. It's going to have to be a little of both. Well, it's going to be different than Brexit because Great Britain was its own country. It didn't split. It split from the European Union, but that wasn't like the provinces leaving Canada because then you're splitting a country. You're not splitting an alliance. So there, yeah, okay. There's a little problem with currency when Britain split, but they kept the euro, right? They didn't go back to the old system that they had with sterling silver, the pound as a currency, did they? So Britain's mail system didn't change. The only thing that probably changed big time was its I don't think its economic system changed much, but its trade treaties probably changed. Its military alliances didn't change, but how those alliances are practiced probably changed. Maybe, maybe not. I don't think there was a whole lot of pain with Brexit. I think it was more hype than anything, but I can see three prairie provinces in Canada seceding. And let's say they did join the United States as 51, 52, and 53rd state. That means that the United States postal system and everything that the United States enjoys as far as rights and all of that, all of it, would extend to those three provinces. Do you know how much that would increase the cost of postage here? That would be a big markup, man. You think they used the pound? I don't know if they went back to the euro. No, I think they used the pound too, but I haven't got any currency from Britain lately. Britannias are the only thing I've gotten from Britain. The only other thing I've gotten are old coins, uh, pence, and um, oh, name some of the old. Because a quid was a fiver, was a 5 pounder back in the day. That was a quid. Um, then you had all the pence. You had 1 pence, a tuppence, 3 pence, 4 pence, and then they had what they have for a nickel, dime, quarter. 25 pence, 5 pence, 10 pence. Everything was pence. So, yeah, a quid's a buck. So, get a 5 quid, get a fiver. That's what they used to say. And now they don't say that anymore. I don't think they do anyway. I haven't had anybody use that term in a long time. I had some of that old coinage, but I sold it at one time. Hey, Forever, how are you, buddy? Oh, you guys want to see what I got in that package from Mike for Democracy? Oh, man. It's hard on an old guy getting up and down. But I get up at 7 o'clock this morning, got my coffee, took my pills, went out to the shed. And every day that we do deer, it's later and later when guys get here because they're tired too. And so I went out this morning and they started butchering one. I had one half butchered by the time they got here. All right. I'm going to put the camera down here again. Over this way. What we got is a Graham Geiger. No silver today at all. No silver today. That was yesterday. This was a Arga Haraeus. But it's in this little guitar pick holder. And I know I got another one, at least one of these. And then we got an Arga Haraeus right here. This one's on a TEP. And this one is Year of the Rabbit, which is kind of neat. I hadn't seen that one, not on this TEP before. And see what it says, 2016 out of 8,888. Now, why those numbers, I don't understand, but there you go. There goes the gold. There goes the gold. Then we got a Royal Mint. That one's kind of a neat bar, I think, because I have silver coins like that. Kind of neat. I don't know. I thought it was kind of cool. And then we had this, come on, are you? Oh, sure. There it is. That's under there. Okay. So we got 4 grams there. And then I got this one. Look at that, would you? Look at that, would you? Now that is a coin made by Nui. But it's 1/1000th of a troy ounce. Mike slipped that in there as a gift. That's kind of neat. He said, I thought you'd like that. I do. The TEP to me is cool. So that's going in my Canadian collection. And thank you, Mike, for Democracy, for thinking of me, buddy. So we got 4 grams of gold, and we got a 1/1000th troy ounce. That's neat. 8s are lucky in Chinese culture. I did not know that. I did not know that. See, I learned something new every day. Yeah, I thought these guitar pick ones were kind of cool too when I first saw them. And then I got one in my hand and I wasn't impressed, really. It's just a piece of cardboard, but, you know, I guess maybe you could use it for a guitar pick. I think it's stiff enough. I don't think it'd last, though. So yeah, it didn't impress me once I got one in my hand, but there you go. That's what I got today. Ooh, 5 boxes of quarters. Well, we're not gonna be talking a little bit too long anyway. I just want to come up and vent a little bit and show package. You know, I get packages in the mail, And when I do, I try and keep it to where I got like 2 or 3 packages all at once. But I think I overwhelm people. And so if I got one package now, I get a package a day or something like that. I'm going to come up and show you what I got, because I think with 2, 3, 4 packages, I just kind of overwhelm people. So, and I have been accused of doing that, overwhelming people. I think my wife would agree. I think my wife would agree. Oh, I had to take this off, so I'll put it out here to show you, but I'll leave the holster over there. That's what I had to take off my belt, because it was digging in the armrest on a chair here. So I had to take it off and put it over here to the side. That is a 6 Sauer P365. Nice little gun. Nice little gun. Not too snappy as far as recoil goes. It's not too snappy, but you know, it's not bad. It's controllable. I don't think I'd want to shoot a couple thousand rounds through it, but it's a great little gun to carry. So, great little gun to carry. All right. Well, you guys, I think maybe what I want to do, I like Britannia's better than Eagles, I can tell you that. Maples, I like Maples. And most people won't agree with me, but I like Philharmonics a lot, because I like the musical instruments. And most people think that the obverse is a building, but it's not. It's a giant pipe organ. So it's all musically themed. And that's what I like about Philharmonics. You can show them, you can't touch them. I can show guns all day, but I can't touch them. Yeah, you can't even touch a toy gun. I can show them all day. I've been through this. I've had 3 streams cut on me. One stream, I didn't physically touch a gun. They were just laying there on a table. I had a long stick as a pointer, and I was pointing different things. As soon as that pointer touched the gun, that stream was cut. So I've learned to do whatever I'm going to do with the gun off camera, then show it, camera back up, then move the piece off. So I've learned to do that. I've had 3 streams cut. Yeah. I couldn't figure out why, if I just had a gun on the table and I touched it with a stick, a pointer, that they would cut my feet. But they did. So I learned real quick, do not touch a gun. I can show it laying there. That's it. I can show it laying there. Yeah, it could be a water gun. It could be orange or green or you could see obviously plastic, but it's in that shape. The AI just goes nuts because of the shape. Touching that shape. And I can understand the programmers, because the programmers do not want someone offing themselves on live stream, which had happened. So I can understand that. And initially I could not understand how the gun tubers can sit there and shoot and do whatever on camera. I thought because maybe it's a business, they could do that if they're registered ahead of time. No, it's not that. You can upload a video showing you shooting or handling guns. You can't do it live. There you go. And I believe that's the reason. They don't want an accidental discharge. They don't want unsafe handling practices. They don't want somebody offing themselves on camera live. And I know that happened in the past. I know that happened. So I think that's why they do it. But hey, it took me a while. I learned. Fervid, are you videoing your quarter hunt or not? Alrighty, guys, I'm gonna call her quits. We're at an hour and a quarter, and that's probably good enough for today. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate you very much. And Fervid, I still gotta send you an email. Yeah, I know. It's deer season. I'm butchering deer. I don't know, whatever. Excuses, right? We'll see you, Tarragonto. Okay. Real good, Fervid. All right, we will see you guys later. Peace out, guys. Time to get something to eat.